Yes, it's time for another ranking, and today we are doing metal genres ranking. It's been a while since I've done a metal genre ranking. Last time I did a metal genre ranking was back on the 1st of January 2020, and you know what, that video got big, and it's time to get a little bit controversial as well on this channel, since I do have different opinions to many other metal YouTubers out there. But it's time to give you the top 20 metal genres of all fucking time. We're going from the worst genre to the best genre, and some of these genres are sub-genres within sub-genres. So we've got also some funeral doom, death doom, blackened death as well on this list. So before I start, pop your favorite genres in the comments below. I want to see some comments. Let's get on with it. Coming at number 20 is trap metal. Yes, this is a brand new genre to metal, and a lot of people will dismiss that this is a metal genre, but behold, it is. There are a lot of bands coming out within the trap metal genre. I don't think it's a really good genre. It's basically rap mixed with heavy guitars, some trap beats as well, just really intense vocals as well. Thinking of an artist like Scarlord. I don't think it's a good genre, and I don't believe it is the future of metal like Finn McCunty says. Coming at number 19 is industrial. Yes, industrial was one of my favorite genres in metal, and I do really enjoy it at times, but there are some shitty industrial metal bands out there, and it's this sound that I don't gravitate towards anymore. You got bands such as Rammstein. Rammstein is one of my favorite industrial metal bands out there. Just love Till Lindeman's vocals, also love the riffs, but the riffs at times do get a little bit samey, and not to mention the production at times does sound a little bit grainy. Industrial is still a pretty good genre. I don't really enjoy Nine Inch Nails, and I don't really enjoy Fear Factory as well, although I'm trying to get into that band, but I just can't gravitate towards it. So industrial at the moment sits at number 19. Coming at number 18 is, surprise, surprise, it's grindcore, and a lot of people know that I'm not a really big fan of grindcore, especially if you've been a fan of me for about 2 years now. You know that I'm not really a big fan of grindcore, but behold, if there are elements of black metal within grindcore, becomes like Blackened Death grind, or if it becomes death grind, holy shit, give me that. I want to listen to that. The traditional grindcore such as Napalm Death, Scum, yeah, I'm not a real big fan of grindcore, unfortunately, especially the album Scum. Like, I love Napalm Death, but the first 2 albums by Napalm Death are a pile of shit. Still can't get on board with Napalm Death's first and second albums. Some would say, and now Nafrak is grindcore. Well, I disagree. It's sort of, you could say it's blackened grind, incorporate more black metal elements within grindcore. Holy shit, that is my cup of tea. Traditional grindcore, not a fan. Next up is glam metal. This is a genre that I really fucking love. I love glam metal, but I feel that 16 other genres are a little bit better than glam metal. Like, okay, the imagery is a bit off taste, you could say, because at times they do dress up like women. You could also call glam metal hair metal, but you know what? The riffs, the guitar solos, my favorite glam metal band is none other than Kiss. I absolutely adore Kiss. I think they're fantastic. Glam metal deserves to be in the metal genre list. The riffages are so damn good. Great moments, and yeah, like I said, Kiss is one of my favorite glam metal bands. So coming at number 16 is Unvanguard. We'll talk about Avant-Garde. Avant-Garde used to be very low down in the metal genre list. If you remember, Avant-Garde was incredibly low down. But you know what? Avant-Garde is growing on me big time. Bands like Imperial Triumphant, Ad Nauseam, even Gorguts is growing on me. Like, fuck me. Colored Sands is a masterpiece of an album. Absolutely adore that. There's some great Avant-Garde bands out there. But you know what? They have to have that blackened tinge. They gotta have that blackened tinge for me to enjoy it. Or even some death metal elements as well. Like, I can't really gravitate towards Portal, unfortunately. I know that's sort of avant-garde death metal. Some avant-garde death metal bands just don't do it for me. If you got a blackened tinge within avant-garde metal, hell yeah, sign me up. But even doom avant-garde at times doesn't really do it for me. Avant-garde is a good genre, and it has grown on me. But who knows, maybe in the next few years, Unvanguard will be up in my top 5. I'm not too sure. But at the moment, Unvanguard is sitting at number 16. Coming at number 15 is alternative metal. And we're also talking about new metal here as well. Alternative metal used to be a huge part of my life. It really did, until I discovered the whole genre of extreme metal. Alternative metal is still a fun genre. Bands such as Linkin Park, Slipknot, Korn, Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace. They're such fun fucking bands, they really are. I love Slipknot, Slipknot being one of my favorite alternative slash new metal bands. But yeah, I just love how also some extreme metal bands also incorporate some new metal elements as well throughout their mix. Especially brand new genre that is coming out, new metalcore, even new deathcore as well. It's a pretty fun sort of subgenre within a subgenre. I feel like alternative metal is a lot stronger than the previous genres I mentioned. Oh shit, I'm gonna get so much hate. We're talking about thrash metal. So thrash metal is coming out number 14. And a lot of people would have this incredibly high. Some of this genre sounds the same. I just love thrash metal bands that change their sound. Like a perfect example, like Testament. Testament sounds thrashy, but they have also changed their sound. But like I said, if you incorporate some blackened tinge on thrash metal, the genre becomes so damn good. The big four such as Metallica, Anthrax, Megadeth, and Slayer, just absolutely great bands, they really are, although I can't get on board with Anthrax at the moment, but holy shit, Megadeth is such an awesome band. Really do enjoy them. Love Metallica as well. And Slayer is good as well, although they used to be one of my favorite bands. They have really dropped just because I prefer other bands other than Slayer. Thrash metal was good, but I just don't want to listen to thrash metal all the time. Being with the next genre, metalcore. Yeah, oh, metalcore above thrash metal, what's going on? Metalcore for me was the gateway for me to get into metal. Really do enjoy metalcore still. A lot of people don't like metalcore, unfortunately. You know what? Some new metalcore is pretty good, it really is. The older metalcore is fucking fantastic, but it's a mix of hardcore and punk elements, like basically a lot more heavier. Get some cleaner vocals at times from the choruses and harsh aggressive vocals in the verses. There are some great technical metalcore bands, some great prog metalcore bands as well, and you got bands such as I Prevail, Motionless in White, Parkway Drive, Bleed From Within, just really awesome metalcore bands. Avenged Sevenfold, Trivium, go on and on. Metalcore is one of the most popular genres in metal, but I just feel there are better metal genres out there. Metalcore for me would be incredibly high back 2 years ago until I discovered, like again, extreme metal. Metalcore at times can be pretty heavy, but yeah, there's some great moments. Like you got the band Era I really do enjoy as well. But yeah, what can I say? I prefer metalcore over thrash metal. Next up is deathcore. Yes, deathcore is just a heavy fucking genre. Deathcore is probably one of the most heaviest genres in metal, you could say. Just intense breakdown, some really technical riffing as well, and just the elements of metalcore with death metal, a combination of deathcore, you could say. You got at times the furious and thrashy moments and just guttural vocals within death metal. Mix it in one, incorporate breakdowns, you got deathcore. Great bands like Whitechapel. Whitechapel's such a fantastic band. Suicide Silence, the early Bring Me the Horizon was deathcore, and Mental Cruelty, Brand of Sacrifice, just great deathcore bands out there. If you're an elitist and you only like listen to black metal, death metal, doom metal, and say, I don't want any core shit in my life, definitely check out deathcore because you might enjoy it. Next up is power metal. So power metal is next up, and you know what? Power metal's so good. Amazing bands like Camelot, Serenity, Blind Guardian. Ones on progressive power metal, you have Symphony X. There's so many great bands out there. Just really do enjoy power metal. This could also be related to epic metal, which is Rhapsody of Fire and even Iced Earth. Some really great bands in the power metal genre. I love the neoclassical elements at times. Some great solos within power metal. And the vocals are so damn good, but of course there can be a hit and miss for power metal, just like the other genres I mentioned. There could be hit and miss for deathcore, hit and miss for metalcore, thrash metal, alternative fucking metal, and even Avant Garde. But yeah, really do enjoy power metal for what it stands for. Next up is symphonic metal. Yeah, symphonic metal is the epic kind of metal I fucking love. Bands like Epica, Nightwish, Delane, Within Temptation, Amaranth, just so many amazing bands out there. I just love the female vocals. The female vocals are just so damn angelic at times. Symphonic metal, you could say, is a perfect gateway for anyone to get into heavier sort of metal, you could say. If you listen to symphonic metal, you could then go on to something heavier like power metal or even metalcore. Like, I just love how symphonic metal is a perfect gateway to metal. Next up is traditional doom. We're talking about Black Sabbath, Cathedral, and Candlemass, and many other bands. Just a fantastic genre overall. Basically, it's heavy metal, but slowed down. It's slower heavy metal, you could say. Great solos, like Candlemass being one of my favorite doom metal bands. Love the album Nightfall. Also, the debut album, Epicus, Doomicus, Metallicus, I think that's what it's called. I can't remember the name. But yeah, traditional doom metal is so damn good. Great songs, great solos, great riffing as well. It's hell of a lot better than all the other genres I mentioned. Coming at number 8 is melodic death metal, mellow death. Behold mellow death, bands like Mors Principium, Carcass, In Flames, Insomnium, Soilwork. Yes, melodic death metal. And melodic death metal is basically death metal but with more melody. This is a really good genre. Insomnium being one of my favorite mellow death bands, and also In Flames, absolutely love them. Great guitar solos, great riffing. The melodies do get stuck in your head. Think about Insomnium. Insomnium's so damn good. The melodies are so damn infectious. Really do enjoy melodic death metal. But of course I prefer other genres other than melodic mellow death. We're talking about Blackened Death. Blackened Death is so damn good, it really is. I love bands like Behemoth, Behixen, just so many fantastic Blackened Death metal bands out there. Bands like Voldren incorporate more Blackened Death elements. There's so many bands that incorporate that Blackened Death style that I absolutely love. Just the really dark riffing, the really dark guitar solos, and also the extreme elements of black metal along with death metal. And I just love how many other genres such as thrash metal and even deathcore now incorporate that blackened style, where they incorporate a lot of blackened moments within their music. We all know that black metal derived from thrash metal, and that's a given. Bands such as Bathory and Venom. We all know that without thrash metal, we wouldn't have extreme metal, you could say. But although I do appreciate thrash metal for what it is, I prefer other genres. I believe that the other genres that derive from thrash metal are a lot better, are a lot more cohesive. Blackened Death is so damn good. The melodies, the atmosphere it provides, it's like when black metal and death metal amalgamate. Next up is death metal. Yes, death metal has grown on me so damn fucking much, it really has. Like Morbid Angel, Cannibal Corpse basically paved the way for death metal. And of course, how could you not forget the band Death, who basically created a genre along with Possessed. Just great bands overall. Obituary, 6 Feet Under. 6 Feet Under. Good joke, Jamie. Death metal is so damn good. Newer bands as well, such as Frozen Soul. Death metal is fantastic, being up there to be one of my favorite genres of metal now. And of course you got bands like Arglisten, Bolt Thrower. I could name many other death metal bands out there, but we're running out of time, you know. Death metal is so damn good. Just the intensity, just fast riffing, they're just incredible solos as well, and those guttural, deep, demonic vocals. Death metal is so damn good. Coming at number 5 is prog metal. I believe my last genre ranking, it was my number 1. Prog metal has dropped a bit, it really has. I love prog metal, and this also includes bands like Opeth, such as incorporating progressive death along with progressive black, but just also incorporating prog metal. Tool as well. Dream Theater, hello, Dream Theater being my favorite band of all fucking time. Symphony X, Threshold, Fate's Warning, just so many great prog metal bands out there. Even the progressive doom metal bands such as Paul Bearer, Alda, and everything like that. They're just great. Prog metal is such a great genre. Of course, there is some prog metal that I don't really enjoy, and at times we're talking about avant-garde prog metal. I'm not really a big fan of some of that avant-garde prog metal stuff. You hear some of the best solos, some of the best riffing, some of the best songs in prog metal. Absolutely love it. Now we're moving on to our top 4 now. The next is Death Doom. Death Doom is so damn good. It really is. Bands like Asphyx, Autopsy, Incantation, just unbelievable, amazing moments. Love Death Doom. Swallow the Sun. Just so many amazing bands out there. Just incorporate death metal elements along with doom metal elements, becoming death doom. Slower moments, some atmospheric, ethereal moments as well, just so damn good. And it's just amazing, some of these bands, and that's why death doom is one of my favorite genres. A lot of people would disagree that death doom would be high, but holy shit. Next up is, believe it or not, one of the most, well, you could say a genre that a lot of people can't really get into, but holy shit, if it clicks with you, you won't be going back. We're talking about funeral doom. Funeral doom, holy fucking shit. Funeral doom is incredible, really is. Bands such as Ahab, Esoteric, Calling Void, Pantheist, Evoken, need to go on. So many great funeral doom bands out there. The vocals are incredibly low and guttural and slow. Very long songs, very slow and very doomy, usually atmospheric, and sometimes it feels like you're listening into a cave. Being my favorite funeral doom is probably Ahab. Call of the Wretched Seas is an absolutely incredible album. Absolutely adore Ahab. Funeral doom is just an incredible genre. Coming at number 2 is heavy metal. Heavy metal is, yeah, heavy metal's amazing. It really is. And these are the genres that I toss and turn which will be number 1. But although heavy metal should be number 1, objectively should be number 1, since heavy metal is on a different cloud, for me, it's coming at number 2. I love heavy metal, I really do. Bands such as Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath could be within the heavy metal realm. Black Sabbath was also doom as well. Some absolutely fantastic bands such as Judas Priest. I like some of this stuff, but I'm really not a big fan of Judas Priest, but I can really respect them. But yeah, they got some great songs. Really enjoy heavy metal as a whole, and I love it. Yeah, Iron Maiden being my favorite heavy metal band of all fucking time. You get some great solos. In my opinion, heavy metal is just a crystal that cannot be touched. But I prefer one more other genre than heavy metal. And will you focus or not? Will you just focus? Focus, hello, focus. Okay, that's better. It is black metal. Black metal being my favorite genre of metal. A lot of people will know that I absolutely adore black metal. I love atmospheric black metal, DSBM, melodic black metal, progressive black metal, and even Avant Garde black metal now. Absolutely love the high shrieks, the guttural vocals, the tremolo, picking the atmospheric vibe, and just the intensity, the balls out intensity. Bands such as Burzum, Marduk, Mayhem, Dark Throne, Dark Funeral, Imperium Decadence as well being my favorite modern black metal band. In my opinion, black metal can fit in every single genre I mentioned. Black metal is a very special genre, it really is. Black metal is just expanding and expanding to many other genres I have mentioned, such as even metalcore incorporates black metal elements, along with deathcore that incorporates black metal elements as well. We got Blackened Death now. We got so many amazing genres that do involve black. So I love black metal. Just the overall themes of greatness of some of these songs. There are less solos within black metal, but you know what, the melodies just get stuck in your head, they really do. The vocals are so damn intense. In my opinion, it's so damn hard to find a very bad black metal album. Like my top 5, it's really hard to find a very bad album from those genres. Like heavy metal, very hard to find. Funeral doom, death doom, prog metal. Well, prog metal, you can find some bad albums in prog metal. But like I said, black metal is so damn good. Bands such as Alcest and even Harakiri for the Sky, which incorporate more black gaze. I just love that new phase of black metal. Black metal would be my number 1 metal genre of all fucking time. You gotta appreciate bands that paved the way for black metal like Venom and Bathory as well. Under the Sign of the Black Mark being one of my favorite black metal albums of all fucking time, for how intense and heavy that album is. But of course you got bands such as Cradle of Filth, which is not really black metal anymore, but hell yeah, they started off black metal. Opus started off with black metal with Orchid as well. You also got so many other genres that fit perfectly well within black metal, such as progressive black metal, such as bands like Enslaved, and even Nafrak, and even like Blackened Grindcore is so damn good as well. And yeah, I think black metal is just a is just the #1 genre for metal. Comment below what you thought about this genre ranking. Do you agree or disagree with my opinion? I want to see some comments as well. Let me know your favorite genres. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, and I will see you in the next one.